What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And yes, once again, we got to talk about race because Halle Bailey is responding to the quote unquote Little Mermaid trolls who said, yeah, being a race swapped Ariel, it ain't that big a deal. I don't know what the hell Disney is talking about. Like, all of these remakes were bad enough, okay? All of these crappy remakes are bad enough, but then you throw in a race swapped Little Mermaid to try to win some virtue signaling points, all right? And it just comes off as phony and fake, but yet, nevertheless, she's going to respond to this, as she says here, as a black person, you expect it. It's not a shock anymore. Yeah, it's not a shock to see how, the black community constantly eats this shit up. I can't stand it, man. It's like the worst thing about this whole situation is you see your folks, oh man, this is phenomenal, man. I love the fact, oh yeah, you go get him, Halle. Okay. Like, how come y'all don't sit up here and see what this is, man? First of all, let me go over the checklist. You guys already know. I've already laid this thing out for you guys. Number one, race swaps are lazy, okay? They're just standing on an IP instead of giving this young lady her own character. They should be giving this chick her own character that she could build, that she could develop, just like they do with everybody else. But they're just, nah, just race swap it. It'll be easy, okay? All right. Number two, race swaps are culturally irrelevant. Okay. This doesn't tell you anything at all about the black community or the black culture. You just see skin color and that's it. Okay. All right. Ariel, the story that this thing was made on or whatever, the Danish Little Mermaid. This doesn't tell you anything about your culture. This is Danish culture. This was a Danish story. All right. Black people should be saying, man, where are the African mermaids? All right. I remember I showed you guys, there's a dozen books on African mythology, the significance of black mermaids and sirens, okay? All kinds of books here that, Disney, if they really wanted to, show some sort of cultural relevance, they could have went and remade any of these things, okay? Give Halle her own character, instead of sitting up here taking somebody else's hand-me-downs, all right? And basically, that's the third thing, that these race swaps are just insulting. Basically, Disney doesn't think you are worthy of being your own unique character, okay? Nor do they think you are capable of carrying a franchise, all right? Unless it's one that they already made 30 years ago. Okay, we'll just do the old switcheroo, throw this little girl up in there, done. They don't want to put the money, the time, the energy, the effort to creating and building up a unique character for this young lady to play. You got to spend money. You got to get creative, unique. You got to put it through the marketing department. Everybody's got to go to work, okay? Oh, no. This is easy. Little Mermaid, everybody knows what the Little Mermaid is. Boom. Just throw her in there and we're done, okay? See, the other way takes hard work. The hard work that they were willing to put in on that original white character, they were willing to put that hard work in there, but they don't want to do it with her, okay? That's why I say it's insulting. They would just rather race swap Ariel and call it representation, okay? And the sad part is the black community just eats this crap up, man, every single time, man. They eat up this hand-me-down crap, all right? Sloppy seconds, I believe they used to call it. Eating that shit up like it's Christmas cake, all right? While the woke lefties, oh, look how well we signaled our virtue today. Isn't it phenomenal? We did such a good job. Good job, little black girl. Golly, man. Anyway, it would have been far better if they gave Halle Bailey, who is a talented singer, by the way, right? Gave her her own songs, her own unique character, her own unique story that she gets to develop on her own, right? Okay? Enter the Little Mermaid cinematic universe as a new character. And then she can meet up with Ariel later down and go on some adventure or something. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been way better than what they're doing now. But anyway, let's see what Halle is talking about. So another trailer for Disney's live action The Little Mermaid dropped on February 15, which meant star Halle Bailey had to deal with another round of racist trolls, using social media to complain about a black actor taking on the role of Princess Ariel. It's hardly the first time Bailey has had to tune out racist backlash. Both her casting announcement in 2019 and the film's first trailer last year sent trolls into a tizzy online. So Hollywood Reporter actually covers some of her comments. Let's go ahead and listen to see what they have to say.
Halle Bailey is opening up about the racist backlash she received when news broke that she was cast as Ariel in Disney's live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid. In a new cover story for The Face, Bailey said some of the negative reactions were not a surprise. As a black person, you just expect it, and it's not really a shock anymore. I know people are like, it's not about race, but now that I'm her, people don't understand that when you're black, there's this whole other community. It's so important for us to see ourselves.
And stopping right there, the idea that you can only see yourself in something as shallow as skin color is kind of an invention of racist people, if you really sit back and think about it, because it's such a narrow-minded, stupid concept that, you know, oh, you can only be represented or you can only see yourself, okay, who you are as an individual through like skin color, okay? I've told you guys this story before. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Steven Spielberg. I wanted to be George Lucas, all right? Not Spike Lee, okay? And it had nothing to do with Spike being a good director, a great director or whatever, anything like that, okay? Spike didn't make sci-fi, okay? Spike didn't make fantasy, okay? That's what I wanted to make. So I saw myself or my, you know, sensibilities more through the lens of Lucas and Spielberg, okay? Horror, all that kind of stuff with Spielberg, you know, like all of that kind of stuff. Spike doesn't do that, okay? So I would never identify myself with Spike, even though, yeah, we might share the same skin color, okay? The skin color is irrelevant, all right, to who I am as a person. Don't you understand that? Like, does that make sense to people? Like, your skin color means nothing, okay? You could take an entire canvas of pictures of black people, and I guarantee you that I probably only identify with a couple of them in terms of who I am as a person. Okay, so when you talk about seeing yourself, who you are, all right, who you are down in your core, all right, it has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with who you are. What kind of person are you? Okay, what are your interests? What are your hobbies? Your skin color is not the number one identifier for yourself. I mean, it's your intelligence, it's your skills, your personality. Okay, these are things that shape who people are. All right, so when you see yourself, you don't just see skin color. You see all the different pieces and parts of you that make up you, that make you a unique individual. All right. So like this stuff, this see yourself stuff, I don't see it. Okay. I'm not sure what she's talking about. It's like she's talking about black people like we're a monolith. All right. Like we just all the same person. You know, we all come from the same place. All right. Black people down here in LA, we probably have nothing in common with a black man on the other side of the world. But no. You know, you got to see yourselves in that situation. It's just dumb.
When The Hollywood Reporter caught up with Bailey last year at the D23 event, she relayed the most magical part of the experience for her.
And the fact that I get to kind of represent all of these little young black and brown boys and girls who are to come is really special to me, because I know that if I had that when I was younger, it would have changed my whole perspective on life.
You know, how are we supposed to take this last statement that she made about the little black and brown girls, okay? You know, she's making this and saying, well, the little black and brown girls will be able to see themselves in me, okay? They will be able to look at me and see themselves, all right? Instead of, like, representing everybody, you know? Like, what about the little white girls? Can they see themselves in you too, all right? Well, by their logic, they can't, okay? By their logic, think about it, by the logic that they're given, little white girls, little Asian girls, all right? Latino girls, well, I guess that might be brown, but I don't think a little brown, you know, whatever, okay? All of the other races all over the world, y'all are out, okay? Don't even pay attention to, don't even go and see this movie. You can't see yourself in it, okay? You can't look in there and get the mirror image of yourself looking right back at you. So why are you going to see it, okay? You know, like there's no purpose. If the whole reason, oh, I got to be able to see myself. If I can't see myself, all is lost. All is lost. I can't just enjoy the movie. Okay. And the reality is that this chick has already said that she saw herself in Ariel.
Little Mermaid live action or the original?
Oh my gosh, this is a really, really hard one because the animated version has always been so special to me since I was so small. I mean, it's the reason I would swim. I would be in the pool feeling like I am the animated version of her. That song truly means so much to me. Ever since I was a little girl, I would see her sing the song and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what if one day I could be just like a mermaid, you know, part of that world. So
she already admitted that she saw herself in Ariel when she was a little girl. So all of this is just a bunch of BS anyway. She's just spitting the company line that Disney told her to spit. All right. And again, another insult. All right. This young lady is not allowed to use her own mind. OK, because she said one thing and then she said something completely different later down the line. OK. Talking out of both sides of her mouth, all right? And that's the problem because she's out there telling, oh, you know, you got to go out there and say little black girls and little brown girls can see themselves in you. That's what you got to do, Halle, okay? So you go on out there and read that shit, okay? That isn't true, all right? Because you even said yourself, I saw myself in Ariel, okay? The little white cartoon, red-headed cartoon. I saw myself in that character, and I liked swimming, and that's what got me into swimming. All right? Pretending that I was Ariel. All right? Again, the same thing like myself. I would be out there, oh man, I'm writing scripts and doing all kind of stuff, pretending that I'm George Lucas. Had nothing to do with skin color. It was about what he was doing, just like it was about what this little cartoon was doing that inspired her. And back to Variety, Bailey has only been focusing on the positive when it comes to the reaction to her Little Mermaid casting. When racist trolls stormed the internet after the film's trailer dropped last year, Bailey instead shared supercuts and montages of young black girls getting emotional while watching the first footage of her as Ariel. She should have kept just focusing on the positive, okay? I mean, that would have been taking the high road instead of going down this pipe, okay? Because this pipe doesn't lead anywhere good for her, in my opinion, okay? People have been sending these reactions to me all weekend, and I'm truly in awe. Bailey wrote on Twitter at the time, "This means the world to me." The Little Mermaid director Rob Marshall previously told Entertainment Weekly that he had no agenda when it came to the casting of Ariel, and that his team auditioned every ethnicity for the role before landing on Bailey. "We were just looking for the best actor for the role, period. The end," Marshall said. "We saw everybody in every ethnicity. The goal was to find someone who could be incredibly strong, passionate, beautiful, smart, clever, and with a great deal of fire and joy." You see, this is how you know it's bullshit because, you know, again, Walt Disney has a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is on their website, all right? And you can see by this quote by Latondra Newton, is the Senior Vice President, Chief Diversity Officer of Walt Disney Company. "At Disney, we amplify underrepresented voices and untold stories and champion a multitude of perspectives, recognizing that we are all greater than a single story and we all deserve to be seen, heard, and understood." Yeah, I'm sure that they picked this black woman to play this white character because it had nothing to do whatsoever with what this woman just stated, okay? Look, Rob Marshall can try to BS this thing around all he wants to, all right? But the reality is that this is what Disney is about right here, okay? And, you know, let me explain something about this whole concept, the underrepresented voices, that we must see ourselves, okay, in order to, I don't know, become better people or, you know, become whatever it is we want to become, all right? Let me go over this real quick. Let me tell you a story about this. When I was a kid, I never used to play Lando, okay? I played Star Wars with my friends. I was never Lando. I think it was like a Vietnamese kid that was Lando, okay? But yeah, like we didn't give a damn about, I was always Han, you know, I was always Han. We never gave a damn about skin color, race, nothing, okay? We were just friends playing with each other, okay? That's the way the world should be, all right? Nobody gave a shit about race. We were like 8, 9 years old, okay, after Empire Strikes Back comes out, and we're just all out there doing our thing, playing Star Wars and having fun as friends, okay, of all kinds of different races. That's how it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? That's what's kind of messed up about this whole situation, right? The danger is you're basically pushing kids to view themselves through the lens of race. You know, ultimately, that just leads to division. Anytime you're like, hey, I just see myself as a skin color, that's just basically going to, well, I'm this skin color, but you're not. So I'm different than you in that respect. And so therefore, there's the division, right? Instead of seeing past the skin color and saying, hey, me and you, we seem to have some things in common, okay? We both like Star Wars, or we both like playing sports, or we both like this, we both like that. And that's really what brings people together. Skin color is irrelevant, all right? But instead of trying to like really focus on kids to like have that in the front of their minds, okay? They're, oh, you know, we gotta race swap Ariel. You know, like that's the dumbest thing. Like Idris Elba literally just got through talking about this, right? Limiting yourself to just the color of your skin is stupid, all right? And it's limiting and it's divisive. And this is what Disney is pushing right now. You know, Halle Bailey should be saying, hey, I want to be an inspiration to little girls all over the world, okay? Regardless of what color their skin happens to be. All right, this is that bullshit that Hollywood is shoving into kids' heads. And sadly, children are the ones that don't really have that full understanding of what's going on. They don't know. They don't understand it. They get forced into believing like some stupid cultural narrative that really isn't real, and that you can only see yourself in some actor or some actress or some profession or something else that if you share the same skin color. And then see, once you get people to see themselves as just a skin color, then you can get them to see that they're marginalized. Oh, well, you're just a marginalized, you know, you're disrespected by larger forces that have nothing to do with you or whatever. Okay. You get into all of that kind of stuff, and people don't read, people don't pay attention, so it's real easy to just lead them down to a culture of, oh, we got the haves and we got the have-nots. Okay, we got these people over here are good, these people over here who are evil. Okay, that's what Hollywood is doing. They're trying to write this narrative into the culture, pushing the narrative into the social framework of the country, and then at the end of the day, like, the leftists love it. Nobody else is saying shit about it. There it is. That's the truth now. Everybody believes it. Instead of building confident young boys and girls, okay, who can blend into society with anything that comes to their mind, they can believe themselves, whatever they see, okay, they're creating a culture of victimhood and oppressed and oppressor. That's what they're trying to create, okay? I just want y'all to remember that when you're watching The Little Mermaid, and I just want, especially black people, if you guys are watching this, I want y'all to remember this every single time somebody tries to push this crap into your kids, okay? This is what they're doing. Anyway, folks, what do you think about this situation? You guys go ahead, get down in the comments, give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.